Okay, hey guys, this is Lou with Phone Crush. I'm going to be going over some of the things for programming our Gevey dongle and thus upgrading our chips. Okay, so here's the dongle right there, and so let's go into it. The beginning, the first thing you have to do is going to be to actually program this with the appropriate firmware that we're wanting to use. The newest one is version 13.11, but in some cases with older phones, it's good to use the version 13.1 beta to unlock the auto TMSI mode. So the first thing is going to be using our STEM V2, this ST link here. This is going to allow us to actually reprogram the new firmware into our Gevey dongle. So here at the bottom, if you look, it's got way more little prongs, little connectors than the Gevey does. The Gevey only has 5 and this one has 10. So in order to program this one, you're going to do the bottom 4 to the right. So the color doesn't matter as long as you reach the corresponding connections here. What I did on this side is, because they kind of mix a little different, I just separated like they were all together like that, and I just kind of popped it open to where the one that there's one that has, on mine it's a yellow one, it's got 2 different 2 connectors but only one actual cable, and then the other 2 has 2 cables that connect on the bottom, and then the last one has just one by itself. So I just kind of open it up here. Like I said, on this side, let me see if I can see it here. You see that little cut at the top? So that's how I kind of orient myself. And then it's the bottom right 4. Okay, it's set up as orange, yellow, green, and blue. Okay, so when I'm actually on the dongle, if you notice, the nice people at Gevey, they already marked the ones that should be plugged. So you should have a marker showing which ones you're actually going to plug in, showing the second from the top is not going to be plugged in. Okay, so for mine, and I'll send you the diagrams as well if anybody needs them. For on mine, the bottom on the actual USB, the bottom to the left is the orange one. Okay, and on the actual Gevey, the orange one is going to be the one at the bottom one here. Now on mine, I have the orange and the green connected together because the next one on top is the green. If you look on the USB, the green is going to be the second to the right. Okay, and then the next one, after the orange one, is yellow, in between the orange and the green. And the yellow one on the actual Gevey, it's gonna go on the very, very, very top. So that's why I kept these connected, because on the Gevey dongle, the top one has to be connected, but the second one is not supposed to have a cable on it. So I just did, let's see, I put that one at the top. So that's yellow cable, then no cable. And then obviously the last one on here is going to be, let's see if you can see it, because we already took care of the green one. The next one's going to be the blue, and that's the only available one on the actual Gevey device. So let me take it off to make it a little easier here. So then we got the blue one, and we got the green and the orange. So right here now we have them all connected here to each other. This is going to allow us to actually go in with the program and program the firmware into the Gevey dongle. Okay, so here we go. Now you have all your cables connected here, and we're ready to plug it in. The way you'll know instantly if you've done it correctly is when you plug it in, you'll either see a light or hear a sound. I broke my sound module on mine, so it's not going to beep, but I do get to see the nice, beautiful, shining red light LED to tell me that I've plugged all the cables in correctly. So next we're going to be looking at the STEM utility here. This is the program that allows us to connect and change the firmware. So what you do is you connect to the target. You're going to connect to your Gevey dongle by pressing the little plug-in button. If done successfully, it's going to show all of this here, like all these goodies. That's the programming of the actual firmware. Then you want to go in and you want to press the erase, the one that looks like an eraser here, to erase everything on the dongle itself. And okay. And then all of the figures turn into just like nothingness, right? Then we're going to click to the next one, program verify. That's going to allow us to choose where the firmware is. We'll browse, and wherever it is on your computer that you've downloaded the file that I sent, the .bin file, .bin, I have it here under update firmware version 13.1 beta, and then it's the 13.1 firmware.bin, and then we're going to open that. Then while it's programming, you press start. You leave everything the same there, and it'll program the actual firmware onto the Gevey. Yours is probably gonna beep when it's done. Again, I lost my sound module because I'm careless. And that's it. Now your Gevey is programmed and ready to start programming the chips, right? And you're gonna have to plug in the blue one. You're gonna take these ones out, because it's already been programmed. Now the dongle for FIRMWARE has version 13.1. Whenever you want to update chips to the version 13.1.1, then you're going to have to go through this whole process again of finding the device, erasing it, or connecting, erasing, and then uploading the new version 13.1.1. And we can send you that one too if you need that. Sometimes it's good to just reprogram the chip, and again, sometimes you have to, I always say to keep 5 or 6 pieces on the side with version 13.1 just in case it's an older device. Okay, so the next video is going to show how to actually program the chips themselves. Alrighty, we're at the moment of truth now, guys. It's time to actually program these little bad boys. Alright, so the last step is going to be a secondary program. I have it under the folder here, update ICCID, and it comes with 2 files. It comes with the actual XCOM program.exe, and then it comes with ICCID.txt. I'm going to start by opening that txt file here. This actually has the format in which we not only program the firmware, but we program whatever ICCID you want to pop up automatically. Right now, for the past over a month now, this one ending in 9503 has been tried and true, but we keep it updated all the time to check, Right now it's working. If you see the way these 2 here in the front, they don't ever change. 5A, 0A, that stays the same. It just tells the Gevey to program whatever it is that's in front of it. And then the ICCID is in blocks of 2. So if you ever have to change it, you have to make sure that these 4 first characters stay the same, and then the next ones just go in pairs of 2. So I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to open the XCOM version 2.0.exe. It is in Chinese, so we have to go by these steps, pretty carefully, okay? Now, we've already unplugged the stem tool for programming, and now we're just going to plug in the regular USB cable on the side here. This is another situation you'll know whether it's done right because you'll see a light and you usually hear a beep, okay? So now that we have it plugged in and the program is running, we're gonna choose first exactly the location of the dongle. For me, it's COM16, okay? COM16, yeah. For you, it might be different depending on where you plug in your actual dongle, okay? Next, on this second one here, you're gonna pick the option that is 115.200, okay? There's a bunch of different bit rates here, but the one that we're using for the dongle is gonna be 115.200. Then on this one here, you gotta press that until it turns red. You see, bam, it's ready to program, yay. This bottom portion here, you want to make sure that both are selected. When you first open up the program, I think only one is selected. So make sure that both are selected, okay? Then in this is where we're gonna program it. I don't know what it's gonna have a bunch of other stuff on there originally, but just erase that out. And then we're gonna right click and paste that selection there with the ICC ID. Lastly, we're gonna make sure to upload that into the actual XCOM by pressing the top one here, okay? And it'll give us that update, ICC ID update success. So now we're set up, we're ready to go, we're ready to program these chips, okay? So I have the actual Gevey chip here, and it's gonna be the word Gevey facing up and to the left, okay? Gevey has to be written just like that. Here, I'll get closer so you can see. There, okay? Now we're gonna hold the dongle just like that, up and down, okay? We're gonna make sure that it touches the prongs right on all 6 of the little dips in there. I like to go about halfway. It's spring loaded, so you'll feel it. So I go about halfway. You can probably go all the way. Then you do just one click, one time, and then you wait. Okay. When it's successful, you'll get a beep, beep. Okay. On mine, it doesn't. Mine, I have to actually look and watch where the program. So I click it one time, click, and then it'll say code program success. See that? So that tells me. Also, you can look on the side here. Let me see, where's that? And you get a little green light. And when that green light turns off, that means that the program finished all the way. So that right there should be the end of it. Then you can plug in your Gevey and use it like normal. That's it. It should be good. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll make sure to send the diagrams as well for you guys.